Hello and welcome to another episode of VIP Motorsports. It is your boys, Alec, Greg to my left, and Joey to my right.
Everybody.
What's up? What's up, everyone?
We have some amazing topics to talk about today, some of which was travel-based for Joe and I.
Yeah, that was
and
good.
some of which is interesting perspectives which Joe and I have learned to, I guess, appreciate now that we have been to said country. So we'll go into it, but
Yeah, I wonder what country you guys visited.
The most car active environment, I reckon, for
active
for what it is. I find
Yeah.
for me, it's like you've got countries where people have certain like art is in a country or types of environments for different people and different things that people
I think
like.
I know what you mean. You mean like how every country has its own niche. This country's niche is cars. Well, interestingly enough, we've only been to one car-driven country, like a country that's supported by cars, and Japan is that, and that's where we went. So Joe and I recently went on a shed trip with the Mighty Car Mods boys. People like Mighty Car Mods, Benny's Custom Works, Aaron's Performance. We went with Barrel Brothers as well, which is pretty cool. Haltech, which was another big name that we had there. It was very, very fun.
Yes, it was.
And we got up to some cool shenanigans. Like we went and did some Japanese karaoke. Joe and I separately went to a cigar lounge.
With me, usually you would never catch me in a karaoke bar, and I was probably the most loudest one at the end of it.
He was singing Cherry Cherry Lady. He was loving
it. Yeah, I had to see it, man. He was the boys were like, what's going on? He's like, the one that just watches and observes ends up being like loud and proud and everything all above.
It's crazy what a couple sojus can do to you
and a good environment
when you're in a different
environment.
Yeah. But no, we had an amazing time. So one of the things that I actually saw a lot of in Japan was the amount of K cars that they have just going around. And when I say K cars, I'm not talking about like Greg, you know the existing K cars, how they had the small like cappuccinos, and like I wouldn't call the MX-5 a K car, but like they had the small convertibles and stuff like that.
You're
nothing
used to
cool like that.
You're used to that market where they're like tiny, as you said, Miatas,
Sports
Mazdas,
cars.
or whatever. Tiny bits and pieces.
Right?
Yeah.
What they had.
Or the
This
Go-Go-Mobile.
And unfortunately, like the automotive industry has led that way. Just like how Sydney has a bunch of SUVs, as everyone knows at the moment, we had a lot of these little mini fridges driving around.
Mini fridge.
Man,
mini
and
fridges.
You'd think, it's a small vehicle. Like if you brought one of them here, as some of them have, right? It looks so tiny into our roads here. Mm-hmm. Over there, they look like monster trucks.
They look standard.
Because the roads are even more tighter than you'd think. Like, the cars that are that small look like average MX-5. Not MX-5, sorry. They're like CX-5s.
Yeah.
They're that big.
So the biggest car that they had there that I could spot, I guess, that was like a commuter car. Mm-hmm. And this is my favorite car, by the way. And they don't come here, and they should. Australian government Canberra.
I know what you're going to say.
Which one?
Crown.
No. Everyone's got a Crown here, man. Everyone's drifting Crowns. We don't want Crowns. I want the Toyota Pro Box. I don't care that it comes
Wait, guys, I'm speeding. Oh, wait, I better change it.
That's the park, because Joe's referring to the CVT transmission that we believe come in this car. Now, the Pro Box is nothing wow. Yeah, it's a front-wheel drive. It's a wagon.
It reminds me of a Nissan Tita, yeah. It looks like a Nissan Tita, but modern day.
Nah, okay.
I don't know why.
Get a photo up. Get a photo up and show it on your computers. Get a photo up and you'll see it. A Pro Box is actually, in my opinion, the starter car for anyone trying entrepreneurship on a paint company. If you want to start painting walls and you need a vehicle for it, this is what I'd picture. You can stick a ladder on the roof. You can stick like at least 300 liters of liquid in the back. You could...
bro, it's that big.
It's
bro,
big,
it's that big.
But it's like big but small.
It's literally got nothing in it other than the driver, really. Like, just imagine a whole car that's got... you can see the driver's head through the car
like
in every angle.
We have
It's like nothing. The pillars are just a suggestion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, we have ANCAP safety rating. These guys, they don't care.
What's the safety
K-car
rating?
safety rating.
What's the safety rating?
Whatever goes.
They're the crash bar. But Joe and I sat the whole time
Yeah.
just discussing how these cars are like heavily compromised. And they are like, and this is, I guess, why we ended up in Japan as well. I'm not going to name what it was, but there's like the cars that I saw at a yard.
Yeah.
They were written off because they had minor front damage.
Oh,
They were
yeah.
just like,
But
they
it
were
was
done.
okay. The minor damages, guys, too. It's like it's small, but yet it's that tiny the car that it just literally makes
Yeah.
it makes it
Like
look
it
worse than what
compromises
it is. Man, it was a little dent on one of these cars. Like
Yeah.
it shouldn't have even have been thought to go to the wreckers.
Yeah.
And I was like, really?
So you got to respect. We've gone with a bunch of mechanics, right? No one there is thinking about panel and paint.
Yeah.
But Joe and I are obviously naturally. We come up to this vehicle, and I look at Joe and I push like 2-finger push
Yeah.
right on the quarter panel.
Oh man.
Just and then all I hear is "badoing." And I
Do you
look
know
at
how-
Joe. I'm like, Joe, and then he goes "badoing,"
Yeah.
and we just start like, I'm not gonna say that word. We start doing things to this car. We figure out like these aren't like, they're not designed like they're designed here, man.
Like they can crumple, man.
Yeah.
They're like
Crumple.
no.
So you're not gonna see any here unless they get imported. But
Yeah.
I genuinely now understand why Japan does not allow the K car here. Do I blame them? Do I blame Australia? Yes, I do. I think we should have more K cars. Maybe it'll teach people how to drive better. I don't know.
I know, won't. I'll just put more scrap metal into the scrap bin.
Greg, what do you
Really.
think? Smaller cars
No.
create worse drivers, or bigger cars create worse drivers?
It's going to
Smaller
be one of
cars.
those worst drivers where they're going to be going like
Zoom-
Joe in
zooming
his
in and
M4,
Yeah.
zooming in and out of traffic, but on a smaller scale.
Oh
Um,
Imagine that.
man. Oh man.
And also
Sidewalk starts being the main
also-
road.
Also, the amount of people that have accidents here on normal cars, imagine smaller cars.
Oh,
You'll have more
gone.
fatalities.
Yeah, not worth
It's
the
just not
risk.
worth it.
No.
It's just not worth
the
it.
risk.
I don't think Australia is the market for K cars. It makes sense in Japan because it's a smaller city.
And there's not
Australia's not the
enough.
market
There's
for
not
it.
enough distance for him to speed.
Imagine that, like a Toyota Ruckus with a freaking bull bar from ARB.
Like, bro, I'm
That'd
telling
be sick.
Toyota sponsor us.
Toyota sponsor
Next episode,
us,
Ruckus with a bull bar.
ARB,
That'd be
Toyota
alright.
Ruckus bull bars.
Duckus.
Booby
Or
bar,
Duckus.
bull bars.
Yeah. Oh man,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
saying that the size of him is so cute. I swear,
Yeah.
it's like you go up to it and Gucci, you know, like a little baby man. Oh, and you know what else I found out?
What'd you find out?
I didn't know Mitsubishi Pajero Minis existed.
Is that the two-door?
Yes, but no, even smaller. It's
There's
actually
a baby version.
there's one that is
Bro,
a
there's a
Jimny
baby-
size.
There's a baby version.
There's
Alright.
a baby
What I'll
version.
do is I'll put it up on the
Yeah.
screen here
Yeah,
of
yeah.
this baby version Pajero.
Trust, I got shocked. The motor
Yeah.
is a 3-cylinder.
Shocked is an understatement. It's ugly.
No, it's cute.
What
It's
year
like the
model?
unwanted child.
What year model? Is it a late 90s or is it like
90s.
90s?
90s? Oh
The
yeah.
old, you know, the box style. So
Yeah.
originally, you know what I thought it was? It was an. I thought when I saw it at first, I thought it was an Evo
Yeah.
because the two doors came in Evos,
Mhm.
Pajeros, right? So I thought it
No
was that.
way you thought it was a
No,
Mitsubishi
because there's
Pajero
two
Evo.
generations. There's
I
two
know,
generations.
I
There's a
know.
boxy one and then there's a curvature one.
Right.
I thought it was a boxy one,
Right.
but I thought it was repainted. Whatever.
When
Yeah.
you showed me a photo of the Mitsubishi Mini, that Pajero Mini,
Yeah.
first thing that came to my mind was like a Suzuki Sierra.
Yeah.
Or like the Suzuki Vitaras.
Man, I don't know which one I like more, the Suzuki Sierra or the thing one, or
Arguably,
the Jimny.
do I have an option?
Yeah.
No.
Neither.
Okay, that's not an option. That's denying both.
I'd
That's
rather
like
walk.
literally. No, they're still cool. I find them cool. Like I like quirky stuff. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is. It doesn't have to be a brand. It's got to be.
It's got to
different.
just be
Yeah.
weird. You're into weird things.
Yeah. It's just
Weird looking cars or
like
weird
you know what
looking.
car I want.
What?
And so I don't even classify it as a car. I don't even remember the name. It's a 3-wheeler. It looks like a bike, but it's got
It's
an
a trike.
engine. It's got an engine at the front that's out of an old propeller plane. Yeah. And it's green 90% of the time, and you sit in the middle. It looks like a plane with no wings, literally.
What could
And
it
it's a
be?
European. It's a English car. So if anyone remembers what it is,
it's a British Racing green color,
yeah,
isn't
that's
it?
the one. And
I have no idea.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'll find it and I'll stick it on the screen again.
That thing is my favorite, and I want the first one, the boxy shape, not the curvature. So the last shape that they made was in the 80s, 70s, something like that. There was one in the 50s that would look like a box with a towel.
Oh, yeah.
It was all aluminium.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Oh.
So, like, my brain goes so far into the neither.
Man, all I know is
Yeah.
is 3-cylinder engines
Yeah.
How scary.
have the ride feel of a V6 engine or half a V6, the lumpiness of like a V engine, and because they're arrhythmic, they're always arrhythmic. They like
Yeah, they have to
lumpy.
be.
And they've got the power band because they're uptuned of.
What sort of
four-banger.
power band would they have?
I didn't get why they.
Four-banger power band.
I didn't get why they tune them. I really like.
Yeah.
Because ideally with 3 cylinders you're only getting what, like 80 kilowatt.
Oh,
it's not that.
Is this like the Toyota?
Yeah,
3-cylinder,
similar to that, but
where someone made like 800 horsepower out of it.
Yeah.
And then-
he's on he goes to drags. His license plate is 3-pot, and the guy
3-pot?
clocks, yeah, he's put 3-pot as license plate, and he chops, like annihilates GDRs in the thing.
Do we have a
Bro, do
video
you know
of this that we can put
how
on?
many
I do
horsepower
have a
each
video.
cylinder
I
is
will
holding?
contact the person I'm sure.
Do you know
has the
how much
video.
newton meters of torque is in each
Listen,
port?
Yeah, I know, but
Just saying.
as you said,
It breaks my brain.
I know, but
It
as you
hurts.
said a few episodes ago, when I say a few episodes ago, I feel like these were the early days of this podcast,
Yeah.
where you said you will drive that car once, twice, and that's it. It would not go anymore.
Right.
And I
Because
did.
they're lifeless.
And never
And then you've
again.
got this one that is like orbital space program. That one guy in like Eastern Creek
Yeah.
area is like,
What's
you
that?
know what, bro? I'm gonna drop like 50k in the engine, and then he's like, yeah.
And how?
All he needs.
Why
is
50k on the engine?
If I was
I don't
going to
know
go
if it's
that
on a
hectic,
3-cylinder though.
Arguably, I don't know if he spent that much.
Oh look, it's in that ballpark at this
I'm
rate.
gonna assume
If you're pulling that kind of power,
bro, if you want to
it's
do
got to
it,
be in that price range.
if you want to do with the devil, bro, just get it.
Jump into the driver's seat, put
Yeah.
his spacesuit on, get ready on the track, and end up in space. Like,
No.
it's
he's really doing a
Kerbal Space.
Fast and
Don't even
Fast and
start it.
Furious.
Yeah.
Don Toretto.
Bro, that's what, you know when we were talking about this 3-cylinder just now, I was thinking about Brian doing the computer hacks on the corner, whilst this guy is in his 3-pot.
No, instead of doing hacks in the corner, his floor pan's gonna fall out and the rest.
Ding,
It's
ding,
gonna be
ding.
a Kerbal Space.
Listen.
Bro, why wouldn't you just take it out and put it in SR20 at that point?
We are at a really.
I would.
I don't know, but
Like, they're both as unreliable as each other.
Oh, SR20 is more reliable.
Joe.
I know, no, but they're both.
Did you just say put an SR20 into a
Yeah, sideways.
Yaris?
Go for gold. VVTO.
Anyway, so don't listen to Joe right now. Joe's on something else.
I love it. I love it, guys.
The biggest thing that is shooting my brain at the moment is the cars that I've seen at Eastern Creek. It's not like Eastern Creek that it used to be. These roll
GDIs.
races. These roll races are like
Wait, they
set
broke
up-
down.
No, they're set up with the most like diverse range of cars. You've got the standard Evos.
Then you got the
normal.
Cupras.
No, Joe, you haven't been. So
The last time that I was one second. The last time that I was there,
they were drag racing
No.
XLs.
No, they weren't. No, it was S15s, S13s.
Yeah.
And Skylines. That's what I was racing. in my
The good old
time
days
period.
before.
The good
now you
old-
got just.
The 2J
Yeah.
period of time. You know,
Yeah.
my generation.
So back in the 90s when you were going,
Yeah, when
We're back in the
No,
90s
no.
when you were going.
back in the 90s when you were going,
It was like
There
early
was-
2000s,
there was
mid 2000s, if anything.
there was a
he's
maximum.
a sex spec area. You know?
You were born at the beginning of the. No, you were born towards the end of the spec.
Yeah, that
We'll get to that in a
sucks.
second, but I'll tell you. Let me make my point. So they were
don't think
making
you have a
max
point.
800 horses,
Yeah.
max 900, and that was crazy numbers back then.
Yeah,
You've got now a diverse range.
of
You've got
1300
the-
plus.
You've got the 1500, 2000 horsepower. Like you've got R34s, Lambos,
Yeah.
Porsches,
Yeah.
R8s, everything. Like these guys that are going ham in supercars.
Yes.
Then you've got Ford and Holden owners, and I'm not kidding. Ford and Holden owners with their cams and their superchargers and everything with their
Yeah.
all the diffs. Then you've got Hondas, a couple Hondas that are like Hondas.
What happened to your one?
Going.
Hey, what happened?
And then you've got, wait one moment,
You heard
my
me.
favorite, my one, we'll talk about that because that was in another episode, but now it's gone. It's probably going to be back in the next episode.
And you know why that is that too, yeah.
Thank God
Anyway.
it's gone.
And my favorite, there's a Hilux SR. Stock body, stock rims, done engine.
Yeah, I've seen that one. It just sounds mad, and it's got like two-tone like bars black and the car's white.
No.
The new
This
shape or
guy's-
the old
no,
shape?
New SR in white, full-bodied, canopy and all, and he's
Is it the LS in it?
No, stock engine. He's done up the standard SR motor. He's got a belt-driven supercharger.
Nice.
Not belt-driven supercharger.
Because I have seen the newer shape.
The supercharger doesn't sit on the top; it sits on the right. I
Yeah.
forget the name. Anyway, I'm not really big on superchargers, but
I love superchargers.
yeah, you probably know.
That-
But it was the engine was gold-plated. He had all this shit. I spent more time in awe looking at the engine than understanding what this guy had done. To be honest, I didn't care because I'm never gonna reproduce it. But I was just like,
We'll reproduce it. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, do you know which one? The chassis?
he
The
clocked
one
an
with the
R32
suicide
GDR,
doors.
by the way. Anyway.
Yeah?
Which one is this one?
Which one? What did it
He
clock?
clocked an R32 GDR
Nice. But
In
they're
a
not
Hilux.
that fast anyway, really.
in a Hilux SR, bro.
Bro, they're still not that fast. The R32s are actually
Anyway.
the 90s Godzilla that
Honda.
failed.
Honda. I have some explaining to
Honda.
do. Honda, good day, sir. Okay,
day, sir.
I made big mistake, very big mistake.
Yeah,
I bought
buying
a
it.
Honda. That was the mistake. I bought the Honda. We're okay now. I've healed since then. I have.
Oh, it was gold.
Thank
Do you
God.
know what was the caveat to sending it out the door? Is literally the E46.
Thank you.
That
Actually,
was-
for once.
Can
you
I
actually spit backs.
Yeah. So
Can I say
Oh,
that
yeah.
E46?
is sick.
It's sick. For how clapped it is,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
sick.
So guys, you have to
Okay.
hear this out.
So-
Okay, no, I have to tell him
No, no,
this.
no,
This
no.
one is.
Let
me-
Joe
Yeah,
explain
No,
this.
no,
Let him
100%.
explain this.
So we go out with the boys, us three. We're having a good time. You know what? We're gonna go and do our errands on a Sunday. No dramas.
Went to pick up cigars.
Cigars, yeah. So
Hashtag
we'll
Uber
go and
cigar.
get our weekly setup.
Shout out to
Everything's
the cigar.
hard. Hopefully, he shouts us back. No, I'm joking.
add him in the video. Add him in the video.
So anyway, what ends up happening is we go there. On the way back, there's a guy that's got a house with full cars that is kept. You know, I'm not gonna say where or what.
Cars that he's
but-
kept. By the way, there's got a BMW graveyard. It
Man,
wasn't cars
not
that he kept.
that
The
one.
reason he's
The one across the road from him. Anyway,
Forget about
so
that
we
guy.
were. What we said was every time we go past to get our stuff on the way out, there's a guy that's got 20, 30 cars in front of his house, and they're all like dead.
Yeah,
and
they're
I'm
clapped.
talking about like Coupe de Villes. I'm talking about unique
Yeah,
stuff.
where does he get these cars from? Clearly,
Don't
he doesn't
know.
import
And
them.
turns out he's got another
He
3
calls
storage
auction.
Oh,
units
yeah?
as well. So the guy's hoarded a million cars.
Apparently, he's got goats in the backyard too.
So
Yeah. So
What-
anyway,
what
one,
happens is Joe
Yeah.
gets up to this place and he's like, Alec, I'm not gonna speak to this guy.
Yeah.
You guys speak to him. You really want one of their cars? Go for it. He had a Mini Cooper, and I was like, I'll buy it. It's
Of
my
all the
favorite.
cars at the front, you went for the Mini
Leyland,
Cooper.
I already
Yeah,
had
no, I
a
would've-
Civic.
I would've
There was a
gone for
Rolls
the
Royce
Cadillac.
there.
There was a Cadillac too.
Yeah, the Cadillac,
I
there's
would-
Rolls
Jag.
Royce. You went for the little shitbox that
Bro,
you
if
can
I
pick
could
up.
get a Mini Cooper, $500, I'll be happy.
You went pick it up
500
for
bucks,
fun.
yeah, that one you're dreaming.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I went up
That
to
one
the
you're
door.
hard
I knocked on
dreaming.
the door. I knocked on the door, and a lovely lady comes out. Joe leaves me alone, and I go.
Oh, yeah, we
I'm
drove
walking-
off.
Yeah, they drove off.
literally,
We drove off. We
around-
left it. We drove.
I could
Yeah.
have I
like
could have
full
been.
drive.
Yeah.
We
I
like
could have
went.
been done. I could have not been there, but
It-
they
Well, like,
left.
see ya.
In the car, you're like, bye, Lick.
No. I walked up these stairs. There was cobwebs everywhere.
Yeah.
Did you trip over the cobwebs?
There was flies, bro.
Trust me, there might have been
actual
that.
flies.
Caught
Oh,
into
that's it. You got food
No, no,
for
no, no,
a
no.
week.
Just
There
flying.
was flies flying, and it smelled like, bro. It smelled like someone had deceased. Well, I knock on the door, and I'm like, hey, I see these cars outside. I heard that you guys are getting council notices. Can I possibly take some weight off your shoulders? I'll take a couple of these cars. No worries. I'll
worries,
pay
mate.
you. You know, I'll look
Yeah.
after you. I'll pay you. So she looks at me and she's like, unfortunately, my husband's asleep. It's, too
Did she
early
use
for
those
them.
words?
She said my husband's asleep, and she said it's too early. It was 5 o'clock
The
In the
hour.
in
afternoon.
the
Yeah.
afternoon. Apparently, it's too early. I was like, does he work night shift? She's like, nope. I didn't know what was happening.
That kind of fried my brain.
Yeah,
it's too early.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's too early for them.
My theory is the guy's dead.
Anyway, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. My problem. So I knock on the door.
The cars are my problem. I want the cars. That's all I care about.
The cars, and she's like, I can't do it. He's asleep. I'm like, wake him up. 2 seconds. Cash ready. I'll take some cars. She's like, nah. He doesn't care. Leave your number. He'll call you. I leave my number, I'll walk out. Because at this stage, I can already, like, whatever's happening, I can smell some funky things happening inside. I don't want to go near this. I ran off. By the time I get down those stairs, where's my brother? He's exactly at this other person's house with another car, and Joe can explain the rest from here.
Yes.
Look at the smile on his face.
So, there was an E30 there, and there was a nice fitment of BBS wheels. And
did he give you the specs?
Yes, he did. So I'm restoring my one as we speak, guys, right?
Which one?
The E30 convertible is getting restored, complete.
Is it 328?
Yeah, it's a 328
Oh,
manual.
nice. Manuel.
Oh. So anyway,
Abolo.
now what I'm doing is I'm either going to do the 5-stud conversion, or I'm going to keep the 4-stud and then get the BBSs, either or. I'm getting BBSs either or, right?
Do they have the BBS available in 5-stud and or 4-stud?
And 4-stud, yes.
Okay.
So anyway,
so might as well just keep the 4-stud.
Yeah, depending on what power you're going to output. Anyway, so
forget about it.
That's, give or take.
Hey, what are you going to do?
Turbo maybe, turbo not, depending. I don't keep on purity, I keep on quality. Anyway, so what ends up happening,
the better.
Yeah, less purity, the better it is. Anyway, so what ends up happening is, whilst I'm talking about the wheels, Greg was there too, by the way. Yeah, you were with me when we were chatting. Anyway, so
I was in the car.
Yeah,
talking with the bloody guys from around the corner too.
Yeah, so
those guys,
and
those
the guy
guys
around the corner,
funny,
they're funny as shit.
Anyway,
so we started to make neighborhood friends in that area. We were about to buy a house probably in the time that we
went far off.
Anyway, so then whilst the guy's coming out telling me all the specs on the rims and blah blah blah, I'm like, what else cars do you have outside of this? Is this it? And then they're like, oh, we got a 2002, we got this, we got that. No dramas, mad. So I'm like, what about this E46? Didn't you have an M? As you said it.
Yeah.
One of you boys, sorry. So anyway, what ends up happening is they're like, no, we got this as well, blah blah blah. Want to get rid of it.
Wait, the M?
They've got an E46M as well.
Oh,
M3,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they still have it?
We thought it was that.
At the front, but it wasn't. It was this bloody 328.
328. Yeah.
So he goes, Alec, look. He's like, Alec, if you can get it for $1,000, we'll go get it. Like, we step away at this stage. Joe's like, ask the guy. The guy said, yeah, I'll take cash. But he's like, if you can knock him down to $1,000, we'll take it.
Yeah, what did we knock it down to? We didn't knock it down to $1,000.
Yeah, we got it for $1,000.
Yeah.
Is that what you told your dad?
Let's get to the topic of how
Is that what you told your dad?
Yes. Always is. Yes.
To my father, it's $1,000.
To the rest of the world,
it's more than that.
No, it's 1,500. No, still all right.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's a bargain still.
Oh, bro.
I go up to him because I do the bargaining. I know how to do the conversation. I went up to the guy and I was like, look, we like the car, but not that much. The car's got a lot of issues.
I don't need an extra car either. It was like literally, we're already capped on the cars that we're getting, and we still got a couple more coming, by the way. But anyway, we're like, you know what? Let's calm it down a bit. Alec, like, we got to calm down. Both of us, we're bad as each other. It's like yin and yang. So Alec buys a car, I buy a car. I buy that car, then he buys another car.
So wait,
it's all ours.
Whose turn is it now?
It's
mine.
his turn.
It's mine.
Yeah,
he's going to come home with another shitbox.
The Civic. No, he got to get some back.
No.
He rotates.
Actually, hang on.
Yeah.
I know that we're not yet ready to discuss it.
Yeah, that car is his purchase.
Basically, it's
going to be under my name.
So there is another purchase that's already happened. There's another purchase that already happened. So technically, it's Joe's turn.
Joe? Off.
So did someone say E46 M3?
No. Greg's gonna have to edit this one out. Joe? No.
Yeah.
Hang on, but
don't give me that look like
Alec,
get out of here.
Did you work out the deal?
Quick as it goes.
No, you will use that. You will use that. You will use
cars,
that.
Bro. Get cars.
So Joe's been dodging.
Hang on. Hang on.
I'm gonna.
Hang on.
I'm gonna.
You're always gonna.
Hang on a moment here. You got your dad a car. Correct?
Yes.
You're getting a car back.
Yes, 220.
If you're gonna consider my 220i, as a car that I got back, I got half a car back. The thing has SOS signals.
It's still a car.
Bro, that car, as soon as it gets back into my possession, is gonna go to the police station and complain about the abuse it received with my dad's ownership.
It's gonna file an AVO against.
Saw more water than Japan's Tokyo.
How does that happen?
At the last tsunami that they freaking experienced. That car.
Yeah, you know what happened?
That car's life is two things: either it's going to Pickles Auctions and going to some owner.
Can't even say auction right.
Some owner in the middle of Fairfield is going to purchase that car, or that car's coming in here, it's getting gutted down, and this is depending on how you act when I buy my next car. This car is getting gutted down to shit, and I'm going to put a carbon fiber DTM body kit on it.
Why the hell would you put that on a bloody
And why
220?
me? Why did I get dragged into this?
Because you're a smart ass. You're like, oh, Alec, you bought a SL500. You can't buy another car. Get me a McLaren, please.
Yes. So for every grand that he spends, it's 20,000 times on me.
Listen. No. The second argument is the first one is, okay, no, you just got a car, Alexa. Now it's only fair that I get something. That's the first argument. The second argument is, bro, you're 23. I'm 30, bro. The age gap, you got to respect your elders.
Trust me, you're going to piss off a lot of people by saying that because it does work around. The world does.
It does.
The world works like this, so get used to it.
Respect your elders,
yeah.
bitch.
But
I think even BMW made a sticker on it.
You guys are
it says respect your elders with a BMW badge.
You're milking it.
Hey,
no, we're not milking it.
When you get to our age, you're going to start milking it.
When you start milking it when you're freaking 30 years old, I'm going to literally get that lava lamp and stick it and turn it on.
Yeah.
Anyway. So we bought an SL500, 5-litre V8.
No.
It's Mick.
Where is it?
Bro, the guy's supposed to drop it off today.
Probably gone back
Where
to
is it? Is it still in Melbourne or what?
Let me check my messages.
Give the guy a call.
I'm outside, bro.
You want me to call him?
Yes.
Give him a call. This is going to be a live phone call.
Yeah, man.
Of Alec actually
hey, buddy,
calling the bloke.
So I'm going to call him now.
You reckon? So, yeah, what ends up happening is this is where the Civic starts going, guys. So, whilst he gets his phone
I'm doing it. Okay,
so,
1 second.
He's calling Abdul Hamid.
Chris
Fix.
Michael.
Hello?
Hey, buddy, it's Alec with the Merc. How are you?
Good, brother. How are you?
Good. Sorry to bother you, man. I just wanted to ask, should I wait at the shop today for that car to come, or is it coming tomorrow?
I reckon you'll be safe. It's probably going to be there tomorrow. I'll pass your number to the driver. It'll be delivered at some point tomorrow, whether it's morning or lunchtime. I can chase it up with him if you like.
Sick.
And let you know.
All good. I don't want to bother you. I was just going to ask one more thing. One more thing I wanted to ask as well. Was it running when they got it on?
I'll find out. I'm guessing it would have been running.
I hope so, yeah.
Driven it straight on.
I hope so. Just get me whatever information you can because I'm very keen to see it. But yeah, if we're going to see it tomorrow, that's awesome. Just let me know what time because the boys and I might not be at the shop.
No worries, Daddy. All good. I'll find out ASAP.
Awesome. I hope you have a lovely night. Take care.
You too, my brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
So, anyway, what ends up happening is, before we go back to the car that we got, so what ends up happening is because we bought this car for $1,500, right?
Which one?
The E46.
Oh, okay. I was going to
You
say.
did not buy the SL500
Nah, no chance.
I freaking wish.
Okay, so anyway, what ends up
the
happening
E46.
is, the E46. So now the E46 is cheap as chips. Got electric seats. Got electric sunroof. It's got electric windows. Everything is up
such
there.
a good car.
Heated seats. Option 6-seater stacker. Yes.
My 92 doesn't even
It's
have
got cup holders. It's got everything.
Yeah, it's got electric seats.
Yes.
For such an old car.
Yeah.
When I had my E46 back in the day,
Had lemons.
I didn't have electric seats.
I know you didn't.
I don't want to be rude.
You are rude anyway.
Yeah, you don't
The
care.
E46
This guy.
you had was Pablo Pack.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
He had the 330 Ci.
No, I had
Yeah.
a 320 Ci.
Oh, okay.
I had it. Hang on.
right.
I had a 320 Ci,
220i.
hang on. But for some reason, it had the Harman Kardon sound system.
Yeah, I know.
Like it was
Mine doesn't have that,
actually
though.
fully optioned.
Mine doesn't have
but
that.
it was like the base model.
Haram
But it
Kardon.
had like the sports kit and everything
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well. It was pretty cool.
I'm gonna get the
To
sports
be
kit for
fair,
mine.
BMW's 2-liter engine cars never came with
So anyway,
electric seats.
Anyway.
My 220i still doesn't have
No,
electric
it's a
seats.
factory option.
1 second. His 2-liter and your 2-liter are two different. Yours is 2-liter 4-cylinder. His is 2-liter 6.
both
Yeah,
the
two-
entry-level
2-liter
cars,
6.
bro.
No, the 318 for that was a bad entry
Yeah.
level, especially
Yeah,
TIs.
arguably, you're right.
TIs was worse.
Alright.
Just imagine a 4-door E46
T.
T.
Doesn't 218?
Huh?
218.
Yeah, but it's still an N20, bro.
Imagine a
Do you know what
218.
happened?
You know how bad the 218s are? They're 1.6 liter
Above
turbo
you.
engines.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Anyway,
But anyway,
so
we
what ends up
digress.
happening? I'm not diverting from this Honda Civic because this Honda Civic went like with the grave. Anyway, so what happens is I'm like, bro, so why did you pay 3 times more for a car that's got 10 times less? Whilst we're buying it, Alex like,
Look at his face.
It's JDM.
yeah,
I got to experience it. It was
like-
worth the cost. I still think it was
It
worth
was
the
not
cost.
worth the
No.
cost.
Yeah, it was.
How
No, it
much
was
did you?
not.
Hang on. How much did
no,
you
it
pay?
was not.
$3,000.
How much did you pay?
$3,000.
Not the dad value. The Alec actually paid out of his pocket value.
I spent all up with everything on it. I spent 6.5K.
Yeah,
So the rim.
Is that the dad value or is that the
No, that's a legit.
calculated. So
like
the car,
brand new? No, as in like the car itself, not the
no,
extra
no, no,
parts.
no. The parts of the car was
This
6.5.
is what I consider the car's cost because this is what it cost me, but I got the money back. Was
Did you?
yeah, I did. 6.5K was for rims, manual swap, engine
Front end.
engine service, front end swap, and register.
Mm.
6.5K.
Why is that a bit cheap?
Because it's a piece of shit. Sorry,
It
sorry,
is
Honda
like, don't get
guys.
me wrong. I didn't spend a lot. I'm not stupid, but I am
And it was all
stupid.
second-hand parts and
Because
shit, bro.
$6.5 for a Honda Civic from the 90s with, by the way,
That's still too
hand
much.
crank windows.
Yeah.
It was a GLI. Sorry, no, the CXI. I think CXI. Yeah, CXI.
Mm.
Hand crank windows, manually adjusted mirrors. So you had to like do this one when you.
Oh yeah,
adjust
you're pulling muscles left, right, and center.
mirrors. Yep. And
Yeah,
then,
everything,
and
there was
you had
no-
Apple CarPlay.
Apple CarPlay.
Avocado.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, did you rip the stereo out of it?
Yep.
Nah, I left it in there.
No, we ripped it out of the car and put the Apple CarPlay in.
No. Did you rip the Apple CarPlay out of it?
Nah, leave it.
No, left it.
Why?
The guy, I sold it to the guy. Listen, I sold it to the guy, and there's a potential that he might sell it back to me soon.
I hope he doesn't.
I hope he doesn't as well. But
I
if can
really
get it
hope
back
he
for
doesn't.
cheaper,
I do not want to see that car back in this shop again.
I'll sell it again.
Yeah, we'll sell it again.
I'm not keeping it. There's no attachment to that car.
You had real attachments
I
to
was
it.
no, because I wanted
want
to.
time.
There
I
was
genuinely
serious
wanted
attachments to it.
We're
paint
getting
it
sick.
in Porsche. I want to paint it in Nordic gold metallic. I wanted to
So
put
poo brown.
nice thick tires on it on the Enki RPF ones. I wanted to sack it down to the ground,
And then
and
the
I wanted
GT
to
wing.
put a Kanjo body kit on it.
What?
A Kanjo body kit.
What's that?
Yeah,
It's like,
it's you know, I get, you know the one that the green front end and blue the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
They
full,
basically.
like,
Oh, is that the Japanese with the long lip?
Yeah.
No,
no,
the
that's
wings.
Bozozoku, brother.
Kanjo is the.
They all sound the same.
It's
Yeah, I
the
know.
Honda Civic NASCAR of Japan.
So it's a whole bar with a circle hole in the side.
Anyway, so I'm going.
I lost the brain cells over there.
I've gone, and I wanted to design this car, and I really wanted to do it. But what turned me off was, okay, the reason I bought the Honda was because I wanted to try what I considered the opposite of what I love, which is front-wheel drive, Japanese, not rear-wheel drive, European. And I did that. And it was the opposite experience of what I experienced with BMWs. I didn't like it. I enjoyed driving it. It was fun.
The
I
bonnet
could do-
danced.
I could axle hop in it, which was great because I felt, alive.
That's a bonnet.
But did I want to drive it more? No, I didn't. And honestly, it didn't handle particularly well. It didn't feel particularly well. It was just an economy car.
You can take Macca's trays pretty well.
Yeah.
I said to Joe, after we got the E46, I was the one to drive it back. I drove it back to the shop, and as I drove it to the shop, I was like to Joe, there's no point in me keeping the Honda Civic.
When
I'll
you
sell
got an
the thing
E46
off,
there.
I'll just build the E46.
Oh, 100%.
Which, in its own right, is a lot better to me. Like, I guess there's a lot of JDM guys out there that are going to get shitty. I get it. BMWs aren't the best. You don't love it. Fine. I understand.
Yeah, go buy a
But-
They're
Beamer.
going to soon love it.
The reason
Yeah.
I like BMWs isn't because JDMs are bad. I don't compare them. It's just the fact that you got to respect that a BMW is designed to handle well around a track, and a JDM is supposed to be an affordable car that you can mess around with.
Yeah.
If you understand that, I prefer the needle and the precise tooling equipment versus the freaking sledgehammer that is unpredictable and
Like,
has
guys,
bad boost gauging.
I won't even like deny it. It is a bitch, yeah? Like dead ass, a bitch to own a European car, yeah? Every 2 minutes, I'm either chasing up parts or something breaks or something goes. Okay, I'll give you a rundown, and this is like hurting me saying it, guys, yeah? It does hurt me. To change 2 coil packs on my car, I have to take my top mount intercooler off. To take my top mount intercooler off, I have to take the 2 pipes that go to the main turbos.
Pipes, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna paint it
one second.
anyway.
No, I know, but that's not the real I'm only going to paint it because I have to take it off.
The real
No, you're gonna
reason-
paint it because you got a scratch on it.
Yeah, why? Because we took it off 10,000 times.
The real reason we actually like European cars is because we're Armenian. Audi, Mercedes,
We like
and
pain.
BMW, mate.
Hang on. You don't like Audi.
No, he loves Audi.
I love Audi.
I
loves
like Audi.
Audis.
Hang on. I like
Oh my
Audi.
God.
Only the one
But
that he doesn't love is the one that I
hang out with
like.
Joe a
Oh
lot.
my God.
I don't like Audi.
RS4
I like R8s.
Avant, bro. RS4 Avant.
I want an
Yeah.
R8.
You want a car that you can take the family in and take to the snow biome?
Oh, forget about it.
RS4
No.
Avant,
Forget
brother.
about it. You can't
RS5.
have.
Forget
bro.
about it.
You can't have. You can't. Forget
I
about it.
love it.
Do you
Joe,
wanna-
Joe, hear that? Watch out, guys.
Do you want an
Like,
LV bag too, Rob? It'll suit your car. I can get the G-Banger for it with it. Sorry.
Whoa.
Keep it PG rated.
Sorry, guys.
He needs granny panties.
Yeah,
That's the one.
that's PG.
Yeah.
They're worth more in
Grandmas are
material.
Well, actually, today I was actually driving behind a Mustang Mach-E.
Was a spinning honor.
I hate him. I hate
like
him.
him. I like him a lot, man. Oh, bro.
Did you
it's
even
the
know what's a
best.
Marquee, Joe?
Yeah, it's a full drive electric car.
The Mach-E.
I am actually gobsmacked that he guessed that. But
Yeah, what's wrong with that? It's a beautiful
the one
car.
that looks like a Mustang.
Yeah, but just fatter.
Yeah, a lot fatter.
It's a.
It's like getting a stallion and just feeding
Why
it
would
food.
you? Yeah.
It's the American. It's the American fat man version of the
It's
Mustang.
not the American prancing horse, it's the American broad horse.
Oh, bro, yeah. It's a horse that
Yeah,
ain't
no,
going to
I'm
pass
talking
the,
about,
the
like,
gambit,
the-
bro. That ain't passing the field, bro.
That's not the
And
one that
they're
does
off.
top speed. That's the one that the Vikings used to carry all the luggage.
Bro, talking about Vikings, by the way, just random.
Oh, they
off
found the
topic.
ship.
Yes, and I was so considering buying that Viking boat that is a replica of the full there.
Where the hell are you gonna put it?
I do
Imagine
not
that.
know.
Imagine that on the M4 towing a Viking ship.
If I had hair,
it'd be
You've
If
amazing.
I had
already got it,
hair-
bro. We've got the 1950s Mercedes Benz parked in
Yeah,
no,
there you
there.
that's
go.
an anchor, bro.
Put a
That's
That ain't a
an anchor for
boat.
the ship.
That's an anchor for this boat,
flag
bro.
on it and you can role play as Jack Sparrow, bro. It's bad.
But guys, one thing that I can say, I know it's an anchor over there, but I started the motor, which is good.
You?
Yeah.
Dad.
Now trust me.
Dad.
Dad told me what he needed, and
Dad's
I did
like,
it.
Son, go
Boy.
get me
Joe held the
contact.
flashlight.
Nah.
Yeah, he did. He
No,
did.
no.
He's like, son. He's like,
It's a combined effort.
He's like,
Do you know I
son,
took his fuel pump?
get me the contact cleaner. I
No.
will start her. And then he gets the jumper pack, puts it on, gets the contact cleaner. and
So,
he's like,
no, so mind
wait,
you,
it gets
one-
worse, it gets
yeah,
worse. This
go.
thing doesn't just turn on, it shoots flames.
Yeah, no
German.
shit. It's that old.
German flames.
So what ended up happening is that Start You Bastard didn't work.
Stop, you bastard.
Yes, it's called Start You Bastard.
Contact
It's
cleaner.
literally called that.
Did you use the start your bastard or piss off your malaka?
Yeah, that one. A bit of both. It didn't work, but so what ended up happening is I took his fuel pump out of the 36.
No, the fuse.
The fuel pump.
Oh, the fuel pump.
Then I put it in a jerry can,
Talk about fuel pump. I
And
need a
then
fuel pump for
start.
my E36.
started running it. And by the way, it's 1950s, guys. Yeah, 1950s.
They want
It's
their
got a
boat
push
back.
button start. I did not know this.
A
This
push
car is
button
push
start.
button start.
Yeah, a lot of the
Accessory and push.
yeah, a lot of the early day cars, it's either a
Did you know the
toggle or something like that. There's no actual key turning majiggy.
Do you know the 1950s Mercedes-Benz actually had drive-by-wire?
Yes.
No, it didn't.
Yes.
But, oh shit.
It was called horse and carriage, brother.
Yeah, it was called. I was gonna say it's called rack and pinion, but yeah, sure.
Horse and carriage.
That's fair. You have a
What
donkey,
is it, Amish?
you have a donkey in the
It's an
engine
Amish
bay
car.
and
Yeah.
two freaking
Hey,
racks.
by the way, you know who's the first guy that invented the electric windows, yeah?
Yeah.
John Howard.
Yeah, John Howard,
Nah,
Kevin
I think it was Chrysler Cadillac, one of those bad boys.
The electric windows.
Electric windows, the first ever car with electric windows.
Yeah, it would have been an American.
It was an
car.
American vehicle.
100%. Those guys are too.
And then the
fast to
Germans
control
just sniped it.
Oh
It
yeah,
was like-
absolutely.
Yes, go look
Are
it
you
up.
sure?
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
the- Sure.
This is an encyclopedia of the
My
olden
ignorance
days, the
is
90s and
me.
before.
My
Nothing,
ignorance-
anything newer. God help it, it
Yeah.
sometimes gets a bit broken.
It's Encarta 1997. He hasn't been updated since.
Yeah, thanks.
1950 recall. No, my ignorance tells me.
Yes,
Your ignorance tells you a lot.
it does. It feeds you the wrong
It says,
things.
hey, bro, how about you calm it down a bit, eh?
No, my ignorance
Gabagoo.
tells me. My ignorance tells me. I actually forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something about the
Yeah, you're ignorant.
The horse, rack and pinion.
rack and pinion horses. Doesn't matter. We
Amish.
digress. Anyway,
The e-tron.
Marquee.
the
What
Mark-
a weird car, eh?
The Marquee.
It is,
The
it
Marquee
is.
is such a weird
is a
car. I don't know why they
completely-
designed it like that, though.
Look, I appreciate that it's there because at the end of the day, it's a competitor to Tesla. I find.
Appreciate that it's there. Thanks for
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah, thanks for participating.
Thanks for coming. Here's a participation award. We'll give you a
I
small
don't like electric cars in total.
I
Not
appreciate your
because
presence.
it's not because I'm old. It's just I find that it's not the technology that we're looking for.
What do you mean,
It's
electric?
Yes,
No, what do you want? You want hydrogen?
yes.
Yeah, everything's
I
gonna
want
move
combustion.
over to hydrogen.
want-
I'm used to things that make my blood boil. Yeah,
Things that make you
you
go
can
boom.
tell. You always say you
Things
always.
that make you go boom.
Yeah.
That's his inner genes.
Yeah,
bro.
it is. So me hearing the inner boom on a constant recurrence makes me feel like I'm at home.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Talk about boom, Joe runs
hydrogen
to-
snap, crackle, tune.
Yeah, little nuke running on the road. You start hearing the Jetsons guys. You know, it's just going across. Oh man! At least it doesn't. It doesn't have the music in the background, the speakers. You know, I have a sports car. Let's put the
Hydrogen
V8
cars
sound.
actually
Yes, get this sports car.
Hydrogen
Yeah.
cars actually sound menacing.
They do.
They sound genuinely menacing.
Well, hydrogen
I
sports
do.
cars.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen? I know we've spoken about this. The MG Roadster or whatever it's called.
The one that's in
It's like
space.
150
Oh
grand.
no, that's the
No.
Tesla. I know.
Okay,
I know.
it's gonna happen like.
Oh, that's the
every
one that I was
other-
talking about today.
It's gonna happen like every other consumable
Yes.
consumer sport, like car brand, right?
It's gonna start
They
high
come
and go
into
low.
the market really cheap and affordable. Their first, second generation cars come in really affordable. They grab the market, yeah. They get a bunch of loyal customers, and then what they do is they start upping the prices as they go along.
Yeah.
Now, I think the only one that really hasn't done this badly is Toyota. They've just lowered their quality of vehicle. So
Hang on, no, Toyota has done a really expensive car.
they've done a really expensive car, but I'm about to make a point, right? Toyota hasn't done it that bad.
Yeah, they have.
Do you know who's done it bad?
Lexus.
No, Mazda.
In what
Have you seen
what
what Mazda's
sense?
been doing?
The are they doing the rotary? You're talking about?
Yeah,
No,
they were
not
thinking
just
about the
If
rotary.
you walk into, and I don't know, like some of you may have.
I haven't
experienced
been to
this.
Japan,
These
so I
boys
don't know.
haven't. No, it's not even a Japan thing. This is a Sydney thing.
Did you go to the factory
Toyota
in
Museum.
Hiroshima?
Do you know what I did in Japan, Bart?
Okay, wait.
Hang
wait,
on.
No,
Hey.
no, no.
wait,
One
wait.
second, one
Joe,
second. No,
bro,
no,
you're
no.
gonna digress.
Okay.
You're gonna digress.
I digress.
One
I
second.
always do.
Mazda. If you look at the automotive brands and the way that they track, and I
Yeah.
think MG is going to do this with the MG Cyberstar.
Oh, is that what it's called? Cyberstar.
Cyberstar, yep.
What a stupid name.
Very silly. They're gonna go. They're gonna start off affordable, and then they're gonna start upping their quality and their price.
Oh, yeah.
Or they're gonna up their keep the price the same, and they're gonna drop quality. The only problem is with MG though, their quality is already significantly low.
Yeah,
not gonna
they
get-
can't go any. Oh,
Already
look,
out.
they can go
No one's
lower.
going to an MG dealership and like, yeah, get me your finest, like. You know.
Horse and carriage.
Get me your finest.
And
Polestar.
so with the MGs, what the biggest thing is, and I think this is gonna happen, is that they're gonna start upping their quality.
Mhm.
or they're gonna start keeping the price the same and dropping the quality. Now, MG's quality is already abysmal.
It's abysmal.
It's abysmal. Yeah, it's not good. So we were discussing this with a group of men. We said, look, we think that either MG is going to become, and MG specifically, the reason we spoke about MG is because it's the most affordable car brand for the youth at the moment.
Yeah.
MG is going to become the vehicle that kids buy to do silly stuff to, like chuck on the turbo. Like
it's like the Hyundai Excel.
Like stuff like that.
I'll give you.
They need to bring that back.
The Seach. Sorry, I know the Seach is now worth something. Seach. Anyway. To me, it still reminds me of the 86 of back in the day.
We discussed that the MG has potential to actually be like that. But if you look at companies like Mazda started off like that originally.
That's where they came from.
Their car quality wasn't the best. But Mazda's gone, you know what? We want to identify as a affordable prestige brand now, and they're selling cars for like 100, 120 grand.
BYD too, but
BYD hasn't started yet. They're still in that like.
Oh yeah, the BYD Seal.
Oh Lord,
that's a pretty nice looking car.
It is a nice looking car.
It's a nice car.
Look, I know you. Look, there was one here once, and I sat in it, and it wasn't the appealing. Like, okay, I'm used to the Merc luxury. It had that look. It really had that look. Like it was there, but you know that the qualities are like like you know how you break down materials, recycled. Sorry, that's it. So it's all recycled bits and pieces, which is good. I appreciate that. It's like you're using,
seal?
No. I appreciate that people are now using recycled goods, man.
I mean, it makes sense.
It's good.
What do you mean, like recycled goods?
Okay, the plastics are all recycled inside.
Oh, you mean
the
like
the cloth?
The car's made from recyclable parts.
Actual recycled parts. Because when I hear the word recycled parts, I think they got the side indicators from the Ford Focus and they put it on the Lamborghini.
No. They still do this. They still do that. That doesn't change.
I know.
Merc does it with Renault. That's normal.
The biggest one now, Hyundai and Kia. They share motors.
Well, Hyundai and Kia have always been joint forces.
They've been joint
They've always been joint forces.
Yeah, from get-go, from the 90s when
early
Horse and
days.
Carriage was around.
Yeah, get with the times, man.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Jeez, man.
You're talking about the 90s history here.
I was an ignorant 20-year-old, boy.
You are.
Hey, age doesn't matter here.
Yeah.
We're all the same age.
Equality at its finest, ladies and gentlemen.
This is love. Just anyway, in saying that,
Are we talking about the...
in Japan.
Yes.
So I went up, there's a bridge in Japan where it's like the highest bridge. Like, it's not a bridge, it
is the tallest bridge.
What is it called, bro? Is it a bridge or what is it called? It's like a highway, but the highway continues going 90 degrees up into the air.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this.
Yes. I should take
so
my hands
like that.
It goes 90 degrees up into the air.
Joe and I, so while we're in Japan with Marty, the last day, they're like, look, we're going to go to another karaoke bar. Joe and I are like, look, you guys enjoy. We really want to go and do some things that we wanted to do coming to Japan.
We literally went out.
Like, Joe and I have been planning Japan for the longest time, and we're like, there's a couple places that we just can't miss. And one of those was a place called Hobby Off.
Oh.
Hobby Off.
What is Hobby Off?
Hobby Off
is
now, this isn't car related, but
this is in our game side.
Oh yeah,
classics.
Hobby Off is a place where you can go, you can get used technology for a really good price.
Yeah,
not the best, like it's not the cheapest, but it's like it's all there. So Joe and I went to a Hobby Off. Interestingly enough, the first one we went to, and we would have experienced this bridge if this didn't happen, but the first one we went to, they weren't actually doing any sales.
They were collecting.
They weren't doing any sales. They were just collecting items.
Literally.
Because they just opened up.
Like all the...
it's a brand new store.
It's a brand new store. So all they're doing is purchasing. So I was like, can I please buy this game? They're like, nope, sorry, we're only purchasing. I was like, damn.
I paid double, we even said.
So what's the point of letting people in?
Yeah.
If they're not allowed
because
to
they're
purchase.
They're purchasing. So I went up and I was like, where's the nearest store? And he's like, oh, sorry. Like, no English. And I was like, okay, pull out the Google Translator. I was like, where do I go? He's like, boom, there's your place. They're functioning. They have the stock you're looking for. Joe, like, no worries. Let's chuck it in Uber. We chuck it in Uber. We chuck the magic words in. Uber says to us.
First time going into a Crown. Yeah, you're
by the way, first time going into a Crown.
Electric door.
Electric door.
Then press a button at the front. And it opens to you and it says, welcome inside.
Ah, Rolls Royce of
We
Japan.
actually don't know what it said because we're speaking Japanese.
Watashi
Watashi was stuck.
Watashi wasta. So we jump, we chuck it in, jump into the car. It takes us on this bridge. Joe did not stop mentioning how iconic this bridge was.
Yeah,
While
man.
I am, like, I'm pretty sure we were flying at this height at one stage.
Man,
Joe's
how
like,
about we?
bro, we're on the bridge. I'm like, bro, this car turned into an airplane. He's like, bro, we're on the bridge. I'm like, I don't like how high we are.
Bro.
Like, Japanese is building infrastructure. I get it. Like, they're designed for tsunamis.
Oh,
It
man.
did not feel like that when we were on this bridge.
A container boat.
Yeah.
Looked like a tiny little tanker.
Bro.
Toy. It looked
He
like
was
that.
going up and up
Bro,
and
like
up
that.
and up. And then he started going
It started
down.
bending.
The
You
guy-
could see the
The
whole-
bridge bends.
Yeah, man.
It's
not
weird.
Lucky
straight.
the car we in, again, this wasn't the Crown, by the way. We're in another car at this stage.
Oh, you switch cars halfway through the
Not
bridge.
halfway through.
No,
The
we went
Crown
one
was
way and then we
Crown
went somewhere
was
else.
From the hotel to the
first
book off,
book off.
the hard off, and then
From
we
the-
jumped from that one to this bridge. But the second car that we're in was like a people mover K car.
Oh,
And
yeah, it
again
was.
had
That
a
was fun.
CVT
Bro,
transmission.
the roof was double my height, 6'5".
The benefit,
Oh, yeah?
the benefit, the,
Like that.
Joe felt like he was in a small apartment.
Bro, I swear to God, I could have a bathroom in the
Full-size
front.
apartment.
Bro,
Yeah, it's like shit.
I'm going to get changed in there. And
Yeah, legit. So the good thing about these CVT transmissions on these cars is that going down this hill, the engine was making the same noise and it felt like it had regenerative braking on the whole way down.
yeah.
It was
going, and then
got to the
downshift.
bottom. That's it. And then stop. But we went to the second hard off.
Synchro's making
We went to the
synchro
second
sounds.
hard off. We went to the second hard off. We finally got the things that we wanted. I ended up picking up a Game Boy Color. Joe picked up a PSP. By the way, what happened to that PSP? Stop blowing into the mic. You might pick up feedback.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay.
So where's
What
this PSP? What'd you
What
buy?
happened to this PSP?
I do not know where it went. And do you know which PSP it is? It's
Go?
a shush. It's the thing one, the Monster Hunter PSP.
Oh my
Never
God.
came here.
You probably did.
No, it didn't.
Did you guys not check to see if you're gonna buy a PSP Go?
Bro,
No,
I
we
looked
checked.
for one. I looked
We
for
checked.
one.
Oh,
Hey, bro,
there's
by
one
the
more in
way, do you
Japan.
want your
Going to
Gran
Tokyo next
Gran
year,
Turismo
so I'll be
steering
fine
wheel
then.
back? It's in my room, just annoying the shit out of me.
You're
Why
asking
would
me
you
on the
mention that
podcast.
on the podcast. He's like, hey, bro, you want to take this
Talking
shit?
about toys.
At
Is that
my
is
house?
that collateral for you to get your PSP Go back?
Yes.
That is Joe's
No,
way of
no,
saying,
that's
hey, can you buy me a PSP Go? There's been 10 Christmases that have gone by where you guys could have made my year. And you
Oh
have
yeah, we're not gonna make a
avoided
year
it.
at all.
You're not. You're not.
2100 is your year.
Is it odd that I still got the old TVs just to play Time Crisis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
so
no.
we went to the last.
No.
We went to the
Yeah.
last hard off, and then after that, Joe and I went to a cigar lounge, which was my choice because I'm a
Oh,
big
that was
cigar
good.
enjoyer, and that was good.
And then I
Oh
beat
yeah,
it-
what
I
happened?
beat
What
that-
happened? What happened at the cigar
I
lounge?
don't
I've
wanna-
heard this story.
I do not want to say because
Unfortunately, it isn't
Bro,
for
I
the
swear
podcast
to
people,
you,
but those who
it
know
ain't-
know
Yeah.
it wasn't a good thing. We ended up leaving the cigar
we
place.
had to leave.
We had to leave.
Just
It
let's
was
just say it slowly ran out of people inside, and then us being us.
It was
we
surrounded
don't
by the
care.
wrong crowd, and we weren't going to be a part of that. So we ended
Yep.
up leaving. And then upstairs, right above it,
Yeah.
I am not joking. I'm being very serious.
I felt like I was back in Syria.
There was an Iranian man selling, well, not selling, but he had a shisha bar. In the middle of Osaka, Dotonbori, there was a freaking shisha bar.
Bro.
This man has to be, hands down, the most authentic shisha maker. He was making shisha better than half. No, all. Because his one was like ours at home, bro.
Yeah, it was ours at home.
He made it with his heart. I've not had shisha here that was as good as I had in Japan, and I was not expecting it. Me and Joe we're like, it's day 5. We haven't had shisha in a bit. And yes, we like shisha. It's just the way we
You
are.
have to go and see him, Nick.
But you have to go and see him. I don't know if we can link him, but we can't link him. We can't, can we?
What we can do is I can drop his address next time you're actually in Japan. Where is it?
He's going down next year anyway.
It's in Dotonbori.
So hopefully
it's off the main strip. You guys should be able to find it. There's only one shisha bar anyway.
What I'll do is I'll drop a pin and the location for the shisha bar somewhere in the description.
Go down there
family, he
and
believes.
say Alec and Joe sent you. The
Yes.
boys Alec and Joe sent you.
They give you the prices will go up.
Bro, you know what? He believes in how we do business.
Yeah.
He believes in it's not a customer, it's family.
I hope whoever's seeing this and actually does go to this, they are renovating at the moment. So keep that in mind. They might be closed, but it is the best shisha bar. I love it. The guy was awesome. But anyway, we did that.
That's all right.
That was pretty good. Then we ended up back on the plane. Oh, not really back on the plane. We still did one night.
Yeah, it was fun.
I want to ask you
Karaoke
something.
again.
Okay, I want to ask you something.
Yeah, go.
You guys went to Japan. You just explained most of the stuff that you've done.
Yeah.
You've missed out the entire part of where you went to this auto shop and bought your seats.
Oh, the Rocharos. Where are they, by the way?
They're coming. They're on the
Next to Dotonbori.
They're coming with the other car.
The other parts that we can't talk about. But
so
we're
these
in
seats.
Osaka, and we made a Muskaka. We went to a place called Matsusaka, and there it's just like a little small town, but they had like automotive stuff, which was really cool. We went to a place, and you guys are aware of this, called Up Garage. Now, Joe and I are not the ideal customers for an Up Garage. Joe and I are the least, I guess, needed, or not needed, we're the least required people to be at a Up Garage because it's all Japanese parts, right? But what do Joe and I see? Two and a full set, just two Recaro EcoSport seats with a hand pump bolstering.
What's this for? Is there a car that is for, or is it like what is it?
Quite literally, they're not like the styling of the seat and the quality of the seat is it's the base model, but the base of the seat, like you can retrim them, and it can come to a close second to the E30 M3 seats.
Oh yeah.
So they're like a good alternative, right?
Okay.
So I looked at Joe, I'm like, you know what these seats are? I was like, yeah, they're the base model EcoSport seats, whatever. What do you want to do? I'm like, bro, the set is $1,000. AUD. I'm like, do we get it? He just looks at me, he's like, how are we going to get it back to... He's like, how are we going to get it back to Sydney? I'm like, don't worry. It wasn't to worry. We got the parts. I tried negotiating in Japanese. That failed miserably. We got the seats, and Joe and I are now holding two beautiful Recaro seats in the middle of Matsusaka, holding in front of Up Garage. We were completely shocked. I wasn't even expecting to come out with a bloody gear knob. I really went in there with the idea that I was going to get one of those G-Ready gear knobs, the diamond ones for the cars. I wanted to get one so I could retrofit it to my E92 because I love that shifter. And I've said this before. I wanted to get one for my E92. I could not find one of those, but two Recaro seats I could find. We ended up getting them, bringing them back, chucked them in the van, and I convinced my mate Rob from Japan to stick it in one of his containers, and the next shipment he does to Australia, my seats will be there. So it's really awesome, the fact that we got to do that. And honestly, I wouldn't have expected it to be able to import something from Japan. This is my first ever time to Japan. This is my first time ever importing from Japan. I'm getting fresh Japanese seats for my fully German European car. So it's a good experience. Honestly,
that's
we
all
had
right.
a good time.
That's all right.
But another thing that we did as well, like because we went with a bunch of car guys, as I said, a bunch of names: Benny's, Aaron's Performance, and Mighty Car Mods.
We'll link him in the description as well.
We'll link them all in the description. We were able to, honestly, the 5 days, we were able to just sit there and, talk everything automotive. Yes, the only person there that understood half the things we're saying about German cars was Lawrence from Brintech Solutions.
Yeah.
But
good guy.
He's a cool guy. We love him, as we've spoken about before. He fixed my E92. But he was there with us, and he was the only person that we could speak to about these cars.
Yeah.
we still got along over the Japanese stuff with the other guys, and it was very good to just sit there and be able to communicate with them and make a bit of memorable history with them. So it was really good. Honestly, we got to do it again. But this time, I don't think I'll go with them. I want to go with us boys, just us four.
Yeah.
You, me,
We have to
Adrian,
go.
Greg.
We have to go.
Maybe
It'll be
Michael,
good, man.
if he's allowed to come. Michael.
Yeah, we'll put him in the package. Don't worry. We'll hide him. Yeah, it's business.
Absolutely.
But Japan, honestly, I recommend it to anyone. It was a really good experience. But no one's going to experience it like we experienced it.
No
one's going to experience it like we experienced it.
Because look, guys, it was business mostly at the end of the day.
It was business. No,
but
not most. It was business.
We made it fun, you know. What happened?
Business.
Yeah, always business. Yeah. I was like, he lost me there. So yeah, I'm like, we made it fun because the bunch of people that we were all mindset. All our mindsets the same. It's got that same drive, that same ambition, that same understanding. We all have a piece in our brain that is etched to what we do best.
Yeah.
And we made that so much fun. Like, you know what I learned on the trip there? Randomly, not a car thing, but it was just random. Went to a countryside. There's a machine next to a servo. Yeah? In that machine, you put your brown rice and it polishes your rice and you get white rice. So farmers would hire the actual machine that's literally for the locals. That's cool. It's different. I find it fun. It's like you're understanding the culture and how their lifestyle works.
Yeah.
It's different. It's cool.
It's a total different experience from country to country. I mean, you go to LA, it's a GTA vibe straight away.
Yeah.
You go to
that
Vegas.
Yellowness, It's got that yellow.
Yeah.
In Japan, it's got, you know how
Tokyo Drift vibes. I actually agree to
actually
that.
not really. More I find, you know, English wetness and the dampness.
Yeah. UK
weather. Because don't forget, it's all hills and oceans.
Yeah. It's a little island.
Greenery is like crazy. Okay, you know we've got our highways, guys, and our highways are you get grass on the sides. That's it.
You get random bushfires on the M7.
Yeah. Oh, that was normal. I was like flying past the bushfire, and everyone's like, "Oh, what is happening here?" Yeah. Anyway, so. And there was an XY GT, by the way, next to the fire. But anyway, let's not go far.
It was the fire.
Yeah.
It was a green painted XY GT. Joe thought it was a bush.
Oh, no. Fuck. No. So, yeah. Trees growing onto the main highways. Yeah, animal. Same.
I've never seen a bush on the M7, but I have seen an XY GT on fire, and it was green.
Yeah. with bronze striping.
Nah, look, honestly, Japan is a giant spectacle. I love it. I'm gonna go back, and we're gonna go back with the boys. I maybe might do some vlogging for the first time. I've never done vlogging, and I want to do it.
Yeah, so. We are talking about vlogging. We are going to do more vlogging.
Oh yeah, we are.
I do want to announce that I've spoken with our lovely, lovely friend Vedran.
Yes,
I've asked him to come on board VIP Motorsports as a host.
Yes.
To help us entertain the guys, build more vlogs as well. Every now and then he'll come on the podcast as well.
It's not going to be consistent, but sometimes
but it's going to be a fun journey. I mean, his character in himself is next level. So
he is a character to behold. But in the next episode, we will come back to you, most probably maybe with a veteran. We will come back with an SL500 and we'll tell you exactly how bad it is.
Also,
and which airbag's blown.
We'll talk about if I'm again another proud owner of another Honda Civic.
Absolutely
and have then
not.
Sold it again. Wait, don't get upset.
Yeah,
I'm already upset.
That, you know what Dad
Just
said to me, by the way,
before
we end.
46 updates.
You know, one second, before we go any further, my dad's like, you do not park this thing in my driveway. So you know what he made him? Park it across the street. Across it. And we're in a cul-de-sac, guys, right? So in that cul-de-sac, it's a big
by the way,
cul-de-sac.
I didn't mention this.
It
I
looked
got
like
the plates for that Honda Civic. They came back as Flex 13B.
Guess what car that's going on?
We won't talk about that just yet. But in the next episode, we'll talk about the SL500, the potential maybe comeback of the EK Civic or what happened with the old owner with that one. We'll talk about our future experiences that have come our way and things that we've seen happen and potentially have Vedran on and have a good chat with him. But Until then, thank you.
Yeah, I actually have one more.
Yeah.
We also have. I am planning on. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah, okay.
Having Vedran and Michael Uno on the podcast as well.
The Product of Life podcast.
The podcast.
Yeah.
The Product of Life.
Podcast.
They do have solid podcasts. You guys should follow them on Instagram and Spotify.
We'll link them below.
I'm soon going to put them on YouTube as well. They're going to have video recording.
Yes.
You guys have to watch it, listen to it.
Will give you everything you need to know about the Product of Life. They'll talk.
Yes.
They talk about now. The most recent one was gym etiquette. They will talk to you about that, and they'll tell you their opinions about that. And trust me, these guys don't hold away from it.
No, they don't.
Pay attention to their videos and tell us what you think in the comments below. But yeah, no, it's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's amazing.
Absolutely.
Love those.
Until then, we will see you guys in the next episode of VIP Motorsports podcast. We do have a vlog that's going to come out soon as well.
Yes.
It's either going to be before this or after this. I don't know. We're planning things still, but it's going to be
We'll plug in a couple videos that we've got through the Japan trip, so you guys can see snippets.
Yeah, I need to.
And I need to go from there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
Love you guys. Have a good night.
See you
Look
guys
after
in the
yourself.
next one.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.